you how great I am.
What's going on, everybody? Just Raymond walking out of Obsessive. Just got home. It's 2:55. Pretty much decided to go ahead and give you guys a video up close and personal with me, telling you how I got into this whole bodybuilding thing, because a lot of people really don't care to share that story, and I feel like mine needs to be shared. Pretty much it all started when I think I was like about 6 or 7 years old, and my dad owned a weight bench in the backyard, concrete weights made by DP, and basically coming in from school every day, I would see him work out, and some days he would even put on like a trash bag. Like he would actually put on literally a real trash bag and make holes for his arms and put it on. And he would actually, I believe he would wrap his legs too. He would put the bags on underneath his pants, and then he would put his pants on. And then he would tuck it in and tie it with his belt, basically. And every day after school, after running, he would actually like poke a hole in the bag and let all his sweat run out on the porch. And in a way, I guess that being that young, I used to be like, okay, the more sweat that comes out the bag means the harder he worked out, and the less that means he played. That's what I used to always think. Like somehow his sweat justified pretty much how hard he had trained that day. So pretty much that's how I got into the whole, I guess, the working out frame of mind. And also, my dad used to also use physical exercise for a way of disciplining me. So for example, if I did something bad, he would make me stand up in the front room with my arms out, extended out to my sides, pretty much horizontal, holding books. He would make me hold them, from anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And at the time it would kill me, but I actually started to like doing it because I felt like, it was getting easier. And so little did he know, I actually liked it so much to where whenever he wasn't there around, I would actually work out just to be able to prove him wrong, just to be able to show him, you can't break me, I can, give me another book. Like, I just think it was just a fun workout, just a way to kind of show him, I'm strong. But when it comes to bodybuilding, it wasn't until the 6th grade when I believe I seen an advertisement on TV talking about pumping iron, and I was like, man, I never seen this movie, and I know that it had Arnold because I knew Arnold from the Terminator, which was one of my favorite movies, and I was like, man, that's Arnold, this guy's big, looks bigger on this movie. So I went to the library and I asked them could they order pumping iron, and they ordered it. It was on a VHS tape, and I brought it home and I watched it, and from that moment, that's when I knew about the sport of bodybuilding. That's when I knew that, man, you can have working out can become so much more, than just lifting weights at pastime. Like, you can actually, make a living out of it. That's when I knew. And after pumping iron, I actually started, watching, trying to look for everything about bodybuilding. I would sometimes turn the TV on ESPN, and I never could catch a bodybuilding show from the start to the finish. It would always be at the end. I used to make me so upset. And I remember those days being so frustrated, like, dog, I missed it. I would see shows with Kevin Lambroni, Sean Ray, everybody. I mean, I think at that time, I think I might have caught some with Dorian. Flex Wheeler, Ronnie Coleman, those shows, pretty much from the time I was watching it, being young, I would always catch the end of those competitions, which I'm assuming was probably the Olympia, and maybe a couple might have been the Arnold Classic. And so I begged my dad, please get me a weight bench, and he actually got me a concrete weight bench from Walmart, which only the most weight it held was like 110 pounds. Like, that's all the weight that came with it. These big, thick concrete weights. The biggest plate was like 25 pounds, and it was big as hell. Like, it was all concrete. And every day I would go in that backyard and bang it out for hours. Like, back then I didn't even know what a rest day was. Every day after school, after finishing homework, I wouldn't go and hang out with friends. I would go in that backyard and I would stay back there all by myself. Every day I would look forward to it. Some days after training, if it's nighttime, I can't work out, I still would do push-ups on the way to bed. I would bang out push-ups. I would do sit-ups. Like, I would do that till I get tired at the end of the night. Like, the last hour, I would bang it out. Like, I remember those days. Some days in the morning, waiting for the bus, I would do push-ups just to be able to get on the bus with my chest out. Like, I was really obsessed with working out. Some days I would make up, can I use the bathroom right quick? I would go in the bathroom, nobody's in there. I would do push-ups. I would do like a quick 50 or 60 and get pumped up and come back in the classroom just to see people's faces. Like, how did he look bigger? Like, what happened? And I would come in and veins would be all out. Like, I would hurry up as soon as I come in the classroom. I would sit down and be like, I would flex my arm and everybody like, damn, like, what happened to you? Like, it wasn't until 3 years ago that I even knew that this whole bodybuilding thing could even be a possibility when I moved here to Dallas. Because before then, I was working out just like a regular person, but I didn't think about, I never thought bodybuilding would even be anywhere near a reality in my life. I was just working, trying to pay bills. I didn't really have time. Didn't even really know how it was ever going to happen. But as soon as I moved here, it's kind of like I met up with a lot of people that actually could help me make it happen. 3 years ago, I found out about Metroflex in Arlington. I started training there. Met Brian Dawson, the owner there. And met Branch Warren and Johnny Jackson for the first time. And I guess that's what really makes Metroflex so special, because it's kind of like, it's like when you see them on a magazine, it's one thing, but when you see them working out in your same building, you're touching the same equipment that they're using, it's kind of like, man, if these guys can make their dreams happen here, if they can do it here, surely I can, So much more motivating, knowing, you seeing other people do the damn thing instead of you imagining it, But, pretty much that's the story of how I got into bodybuilding. And till this day, like, even, looking back before I even moved here, if you'd have told me that I would have entered my first bodybuilding show and, took first place, and I would be getting ready for my second one, and that I would have met all these people, that I would have met Ronnie, that I would have met all these professional bodybuilders, if you'd have told me that I would have been on that path 3 years later, I wouldn't have believed you. But that just goes to show, guys, you never know what God has for you. And so, with that being said, I know that it is not a mistake, me being here. And it gives me even more determination, motivation to make it happen, because I am right where I'm supposed to be.